Hello students, welcome to the third session of physics and our topic for today is work and energy. So you would have always tried running, jogging or any other sport. So after you do that sport for a long time you feel tired and you usually say I have no energy in me. So where has that energy gone? So the food you ate the food you ate in that was chemical energy. So when you ate it, it became mechanic. When you ate it, it transformed to chemical energy in your body. And when you did some sports activity, it become again it changed into form of mechanical energy. So as you can see, one energy can be changed to one form to another. So while jogging or any other sport, you move from one place to another. So while moving from one place to another, you apply some force and you cover and you move from one place to another, and the length between those two places is known as displacement. This chapter is for ICSE 7 and CBSE 9. So now let us see our objectives. Our objectives for today are work, energy, their formulas, different types of energy, law of conservation of energy, applications and numericals. In all of these, law of conservation of energy is very important because it states that how can one energy change to another, and you know about it in the further future slides. So now let us start the session. So our first topic is work. Work is the product of force and displacement. So as you can see in this picture, this person is lifting a box from here to here. So while lifting, he needs to apply some force, and when he applies force, this box moves from one place to another, causing displacement. So if you multiply the force applied by him and the displacement, then we can get the amount of work which this boy has done. So now let us see what is the SI unit of work. The SI unit of work is joule, and it is named after the famous scientist James Prescott Joule, and its symbol is capital J. So now let us see some other units of work. So this is 1 kilojoule, and it is equal to 10 to the power of 3 joule. We know 1 kilo is 10 to the power of 3, and this is 1 megajoule, and it is 10 to the power of 6 joule. These are used for measuring high quantities of work performed by a train or some heavy vehicles like that. So now we will move on to the formula. Work is calculated by multiplying force into displacement. Work is equal to force into displacement. So in a problem, if they ask you to find force, then what will you do? As we had seen in the previous session, we divide both sides by displacement. Work by displacement, force into displacement by displacement. Here these both get cancelled, and work by displacement is equal to force. Now, now force is given, you need to find work. Now force is given, you need to find displacement. So you divide both sides by force, and work by force is equal to displacement. In this way you can solve the problems even if other quantities are asked. Now let us see energy. So for doing work you need some capacity. So for capacity of doing work is called energy. So if you need to lift one heavy box from first floor to second floor, you need some amount of energy, and if you don't have that amount of energy, you can't lift the box, and you might fall down in middle. So now let us see what is the SI unit of energy. The SI unit of energy is also joule. So work and energy have the same SI unit. So we can this is one of the reason energy and work are interdependent of each other, and along with that energy is capacity to do work, and to do work we need energy. So for energy work is required, and for doing work energy is required. So in this way they are interdependent of each other. So I'll be showing you various types of energy which is in the next slide. So in this picture you can see the various kinds of energy. Mechanical energy. So mechanical energy is the common energy in which we while we move or we stay in one place, this energy is always there in us. So mechanical energy is of two types, potential energy and kinetic energy. About this you will be seeing in the next slide. So now let us move on to the next form of energy, heat energy. So you would have heat energy is the energy which we get from the sun. So the sun gives us heat, and that heat comes to earth in the form of heat energy. You can also obtain heat from a fire or any matchstick. So now let us see what the next kind of energy, that is light energy. Light energy, as we all know, there are sources are light bulbs, tube lights, lanterns, torches, and the most common source is the sun. Light energy helps us to see things. Now let us move on to chemical energy. So you might have sit in a fuel driven vehicle. So that fuel is a form of chemical energy. Inside the vehicle, the fuel is uh, the fuel is burnt and chemical energy is released. So then only your vehicle will work. So that is the importance of chemical energy, and it is also in our food items. Now let us see what is sound energy. So as you can, so you sound energy is the energy due to which we can hear each other. So like I am speaking, you can hear me. So in this way we can hear each other, and sound energy creates sensation of vibration in our ears. Now let us move on to the next type of energy, which is magnetic energy. So you might have always played with a magnet, or and you must have tried it with a piece of iron. So the magnet attracts the iron. So it displaces the iron from one place to another with by applying some magnetic force. Hence it performs some work, and work is related to energy. So that energy by which a magnet pulls any other magnetic substance towards it is known as magnetic energy. Now let us see what is electrical energy. Electrical energy is the energy due to movement of charged electrons. So as you know, there are electrons in an atom, and their movement leads to electricity. And due to electricity only, light, fan, other appliances also work. Now let us move to the last form of energy, which is atomic energy or nuclear energy. There are some heavy metal atoms like they are radioactive. They are uranium or thorium. Sometimes they split into two, or another or two atoms join to become one atom. This process is known as nuclear fusion or nuclear fission. During this process, a lot of energy is released, and this energy can be used to make uh, atomic uh, atomic substances like bombs, or even and it can even be used to generate electrical energy. Now in the last slide I told you we'll be seeing about potential energy and kinetic energy. These are the most two and common more important form of energies. Potential energy is the energy possessed by a body due to virtue of position or stretched state. So you must, so in a dam the water is always, so the water is static before the dam is opened. So that time it possesses some amount of energy. As you know, a body can't stay without energy, and energy will always be in a body. So that body will be due to its virtue of position, and sometimes in a catapult when you stretch it there will also be potential energy. Now let us see what is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy possessed by a body due to its virtue of motion. So you must have seen a, so you must have tried running in the ground. So for running in the ground, that your body possesses kinetic energy. due to virtue of motion. To run in the ground, you always move. So kinetic energy is possessed. Now let us see formula of potential energy. Formula of potential energy is m into g into h. M is mass of the body, g is acceleration due to gravity, and h is the height above ground level. So now let us see the formula of kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. M is again the mass and v is the velocity of the body in motion. Now let us see about transformation of energy. As we know, energy can transform from one form to another. So let us see an example. This is a roller coaster. Initially, it has kinetic energy, but when it comes to this point, it will have potential energy. And when it goes again, this will change to kinetic energy. So this is an example of energy conversions. A lot of energy conversions are there, which out of which you must remember at least some two or three. So now let us see a few examples. And in this transformation of energy, no energy is lost and everything is converted to the other energy. The sun transforms nuclear energy into heat and light energy. So inside the sun, nuclear energy will be present and it will transform it into heat and light energy. Now, our bodies convert chemical energy in our food into mechanical energy for us to move. So, you eat, so for the food which you eat contains chemical energy. Our body will convert it to mechanical energy and we can move. Now let us see an electrical fan transforms electrical energy into kinetic energy. So when you switch on an electrical fan, it rotates. So while rotating, it performs work and that energy possessed by it is kinetic energy. So during a thunderstorm, lightning converts electrical energy into light, heat and sound energy. You can see the lightning which is a form of light energy and the place where it is strike some amount of heat will be produced and it also produces sound. Now let us see a few more energy conversions in these pictures. So this is already told the chemical energy of food is converted to mechanical energy. So you can see this person riding a cycle and for riding the cycle he needs energy, that is mechanical energy, which is taken from this chemical energy inside his body. Now next is battery, which is when put in a torch produces light. So this is battery has chemical energy. When it's put in a torch, the electric circuits help it to produce light in the bulb and hence a torch is lit. Now the third example is electrical to light. So in a lamp, when a power source is, when a electricity source is provided, then it glows. So here electrical energy is converted to light energy. Now this is also one more example of chemical energy converted to mechanical energy. When we put some fuel in our car like petrol or diesel, it converts to mechanical energy when we drive the car. Now let us see the next one. Light to chemical. So light energy from the sun is used by plants for photosynthesis to prepare their food. So as we know the food is chemical energy. So in this way light is converted to chemical. In a toaster also electrical can be converted to heat. So the electrical energy helps in heating the bread in the toaster and toasting it. Now let us see a few uses of energy. So we divide energy into four sectors: residential, commercial, transportation and industrial. So residential means the type of energy you use in your house, that is like light energy or heat energy or sound energy. Commercial energy is just the other kinds of energy like mechanical energy or kinetic energy. And transportation is the movement of vehicles, which is chemical energy to mechanical energy, and industrial involves the nuclear energy and other kinds of energy, heat energy. Heat energy can also be used to heat and cool our homes And for lighting office buildings, driving cars, and moving freight, freight is nothing but the cargo, which is heavy cargo, and manufacturing the products we rely on in our daily lives are all functions that require energy. See here, this windmill, while rotating, converts mechanical energy, and here there would be a turbine. It's not shown in the picture, but you imagine here is a turbine. So the turbine also rotates, and here it generates energy. So we can say mechanical energy to electrical energy. Now let us see a few numerical examples. So a man pushes a rock by 20 meter applying a force of 25 Newton. Calculate work done by the man. So a man will push a rock 20 meters far from its origin point and will apply a force of 25 Newton. So we should calculate the work. Work is equal to force into displacement, 25 into 20 joules, which is equal to 500 joules. Sorry, there is a minor correction. This is not small j, it is the capital J. And if work done is 1000 joules and force is 20 Newton, find the displacement. So we know work is equal to force into displacement, and I told you how to twist the formula to get the displacement on one side and work and force on another side. So after doing that, we get displacement is equal to work divided by force, which is equal to 1000 by 20, which is equal to 50 meters. And the problem solving session will be held separately for this chapter. Thank you for watching. If you have any doubts, mail us at craft.inc@gmail.com and also join our Google Classroom link. We have also made a video on that Premiere. Thank you for watching again. Like, share and subscribe.